एतद् योनीनि भूतानि सर्वानीति उपधारय अहं कृष्णस्य जगतः प्रभवः प्रलयस्तथा. All created beings have their source in these two natures. All of all that is material and all that is spiritual in this world, know for certain that I am both the origin and the dissolution. मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वम् इदं प्रोक्तं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव. O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on the thread. रसोऽहम् अप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिशूरयः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दाके पौरुषं ऋषु. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. Punyo gandha prithivyam cha tejaschasmi vibhavasau जीवानां सर्वभूतेषु तापश्चास्मि tapasvishu. I am the original fragrance of the earth, and I am the heat in fire. I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penances of all ascetics. Bijam mam sarvabhutana vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhi matam nasmi tejas tejasvi namaham. O son of Pritha, know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the powers of all powerful men. Balam balavatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sixth life, which is not contrary to religious principles, O Lord of the Bharatas, Arjuna. ये चैव सात्विका भावा राजसस्तामसश्चये मत्त एवेति तान् विद्धि नत्वा अहं तेषु ते मयि. Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion, or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am, in one sense, everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they, on contrary, are within me. त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैर् एभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति माम् एभ्यः परमव्ययम्. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. दैवी एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेवाये प्रपद्यन्ते मायम् एतं तरन्ति ते. This divine energy of mine, consisting of three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Namam dushkritino mooda prapadyante naradama maya paharta jnana asuram bhavamashrita. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. चातुर्विधा भजन्ते मां ज्ञान सुकृतिनोऽर्जुना आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्तार्ति ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभा. O best among the Bharatas, four kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the absolute. तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्ता एवा भक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानीनुत्यर्थम् अहं स च मां प्रियः. of those one who is in full knowledge and who is always engaged in pure devotional service is the best, for I am very dear to him and he is dear to me. उद्धारः सर्व एवैते ज्ञानित्वा आत्मैव मे मतम् आस्तिता सा हि युक्तात्मा माम एवानुत्तमां गतिम्. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me the highest and most perfect goal. बहूनां जन्मनामन्ते ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते वासुदेव सर्वमिति इति सा महात्मा सुदुर्लभः. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. कामैस्तैस्तैर्हृतज्ञाना प्रपद्यन्तेऽन्यदेवता तं तं नियमम् आस्ताय प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures. यो 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 यां यां तनुं भक्ता श्रद्धया चितुम् इच्छति तस्य तस्याचलां श्रद्धां tam eva vidadami aham. I am in everyone's heart as a super soul. As soon as one desires to worship some demigod, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to that particular deity. सतया श्रद्धया युक्तस्तस्याराधनम् इहते लभते च तथा कामान् मयैवाविहितान् हितान्. Endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtains his desires, but in actuality, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. अन्तवत्तु फलं तेषां तद्भवति अल्पमेधसां वेदान् देवा यजो यान्ति मद्भक्ता यान्ति मामपि. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. अव्यक्तं व्यक्तिमापन्नं मन्यन्ते माम् अबुद्धयः परं भावम् अजानन्तो ममैव्ययम् अनुत्तमम्. Unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. नाहं प्रकाशः सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृता मूढोऽयं नाभिजानाति लोको माम् ajam avyayam. I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by my internal potency, and therefore they do not know that I am unborn and infallible. वेदाहं समतीतानि वर्तमानानि चार्जुन भविष्यानि च भूतानि मां tu veda na kaschana. O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me no one knows. इच्छाद्वेषसमुत्थेन द्वन्द्वामोहेन भारत सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहं सर्गे यान्ति परन्तप. O son of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arising from desire and hate. Esham tva antagatam papam jnanam punyakर्मणाम् ते द्वन्द्वा मोहनिर्मुक्ता bhajante mam dridhavrata. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated are freed from the dualities of delusion, and they engage themselves in my service with determination. Jara marana mokshaya mam ashritya yatanti ye te brahma tadviduhu krishnam adhyatma karma chakhilam. Intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death take refuge in me in devotional service. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental activities. Sadhibhutadi dvayam dvayam mam sadhiyajjam cha ye viduhu prayana kale chapi mam te viduryukta chetasaha. Those in full consciousness of me who know me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of the material manifestation of the demigods and of all methods of sacrifice, can understand that and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for reciting the shloka.
Okay. You want me to do the kirtan?
Now it's 5:47, right? 3 minutes you do the kirtan, and then in 5:50 we will do the japa.
Okay. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांता स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय हो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा भज श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the kirtan. So let's do the japa now, okay? Where is it? Can you all see the screen? Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Can you hear now?
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram.
Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram.
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Thank you everyone for chanting. So, Om Ajnanatimiraandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunnitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So today is the 7th chapter. So I hope everybody is chanting in their home and yes, right? Everybody is chanting, right? At least one round. Start chanting at least one round. Okay. So last chapter was 6th chapter, which is Dhyana Yoga, right? What does Dhyana Yoga does? So it is Ashtanga Yoga, right? Can you see my screen first?
Hare Krishna Mataji, your screen is visible.
Yes, thank you. So yesterday we dealt with Ashtanga Yoga, right? So today is Jnana Vijnana Yoga. Now from 1st to 6th chapter, it is considered to be Karma Yoga. And now in the 7th chapter to 12th chapter, it is called as the, butter part of the, or nectar of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna tells about bhakti. In the first 6 chapter, he tells about karma, how karma can take you towards bhakti. Karma yoga takes you towards bhakti. In last 6 chapters, from 13 to 18, Krishna says how jnana takes you to bhakti. Okay. Now, in the middle of the after 6th chapter, 7th chapter, now he starts to tell about in the 7th chapter about direct bhakti, how one can approach Krishna towards through devotional service. Okay, last chapter we discussed about Ashtanga Yoga, how a person advances in Ashtanga Yoga. How he has to control his mind, and then Krishna starts explaining about step by step how Ashtanga Yoga is performed, 8 types of 8 kinds of asanas, 8 kinds of steps to at last it's samadhi, attaining the supreme. Or a person who does Ashtanga Yoga in the samadhi, he sees Paramatma face to face, and then he starts doing devotional service. Okay. Then Arjuna says, after listening to the stages of Ashtanga Yoga and how he has to practice, Arjuna says, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, I cannot do. My mind is so restless and turbulent. It just cannot do the Ashtanga Yoga. It's impractical for me. It's impossible for me, Krishna. Then he asks if a person does Ashtanga Yoga and then he does dhyana, then ultimately he could not get a samadhi, because all of us have many lives, and in one life we cannot attain the supreme. And if such things happen, if we die doing bhakti, or we cannot ultimately progress towards samadhi, ultimately we cannot get the Lord. What happens to such people? He asks now. So Krishna says destinations of unsuccessful yogi. Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe, like one, he goes to the heavenly planets, stays there for many years. He takes birth in heavenly planets, and then again he comes to the earth in a rich aristocracy family. And then second type, he says that one is that, and second one is he takes birth in the one devotee's family, who are already who already knows the transcendental knowledge. From the childhood, the person gets the knowledge of the Lord, and such birth of taking birth in a devotee's family is very rare. And Krishna says that in 6.37 to 6.45, what are the destinations of unsuccessful yogi? And then he says, out of all the yogas like Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Ashtanga Yoga, the topmost, from Karma Yoga you understand Jnana Yoga, and then from Jnana Yoga you elevate to Ashtanga Yoga, and then you go to Bhakti Yoga. But the topmost of all the yogas are Bhakti Yoga. And next chapter, from 7 to 7 to 12, he directly explains about Bhakti Yoga. I showed about you the lift and staircase. Normally, people think staircases are good, but Krishna says you can directly progress to bhakti. Okay, last class we dealt with which is the best yoga, best yajna for Kali Yuga, and that is Sankirtana Yajna, right? Doing the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, which acts like a lift for us, directly takes us to Krishna. We need not do all this Ashtanga Yoga and Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Directly we can go to, it is a very easy step for a person, such a fallen person like us in this age of Kali, right? We are so much fallen and we cannot do all this Ashtanga Yogas. The process of Ashtanga Yogas is impossible for us. Impossible, Arjuna. Then what to talk about us, right? Now he tells about Bhakti Yogi. He's the topmost of all. So today is the 7th chapter, which is Jnana Vijnana Yoga. knowledge of the absolute. So in 7.1, the first sloka of this chapter says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Maya Sakta Manapartha Yogam Yunjam Madashrayah Asamshaya Samagrama Mam Yata Jnanasi Tachrunu. He's saying Tachrunu. Now hear, Arjuna, now hear to me. In the knowledge of spiritual knowledge, we must understand that in the material world, what we gain knowledge is through practical things. We see scientists, most of them, they see the things, they divide, and then they see what is inside, and then they get the knowledge. Okay, but in the spiritual abode, in the spiritual knowledge, it is not like that. You cannot practically see the Lord, because it takes many births and many years to see the Lord. So what is the best for me now in this age? I cannot see the Lord from my eyes. Now, how can I gain the knowledge about Lord? Touch him. Now, hear. We have to hear to the Lord. Now, how can we hear to the Lord? Whatever the Lord has said, whatever Krishna has said in his in the Bhagavad Gita or any of the Vedas, it is written. It is recorded in Shastras. Now, who has written Vedas? It is Srila Vyasadeva, who is the incarnation of the Lord himself, right? And who has written all the Shastras is the Shastras tells us about the Lord. Now you cannot directly approach your father. You have to ask your mother, who is my father. Now you have to ask your mother, and the mother is Shastra here, and the father is the Supreme Lord. You first have to ask to Shastras. You have to know the Lord through Shastras. We actually are Shabda Pramana. This is called Shabda Pramana, from mouth to mouth, or saying like one speaks, one hears, and then he speaks as it is, and then such disciplic succession. So Krishna now says, Tachrunu, now hear to me. Because in the material world, we normally divide and see. Okay, and we have four kinds of limitations for us, the living entities in this material world. So what are those? First one is cheating propensity. We have our senses are we have cheating propensities, all the living entities. And second is our senses are limited. I cannot see without my glasses. I cannot see the far things. I cannot see the nearest things. I cannot see the bacteria, right? My eyes are limited. I cannot hear out of some range. Okay, I cannot smell some things which are so sensitive to us. So our senses are imperfect. They are limited to certain range. Then we have illusion. We are set by illusion. Now in the far, when I'm going in the road, I cannot from far I cannot see if it is a rope or a snake. Such kind of an illusion. And some places, some of the pictures we see, there is a lot of illusion in that, right? And then first one is our senses are imperfect. We are illusioned. Then we commit mistakes. Okay, we all commit mistakes. And the fourth one is this thing. And the fourth one is we commit mistakes, and our senses are imperfect. Okay, so now in this material world, we cannot see the Lord with these four mistakes, four kind of limitations we have, right? So what is best thing for me is to listen to the Shastras, because it is already written. Now he says, O son of Pritha, Arjuna, how by practicing yoga is full consciousness of me with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubts. Okay, by practicing so and so yoga, Ashtanga yoga and Bhakti yoga, you can actually make your consciousness on me, and your mind should be attached to me, and to the Lord, and you can know him, and you can actually free from all your doubts. Now next, what he says. Sorry. Okay, I shall now declare unto you in the full this knowledge, both phenomenal and nominal, by knowing which there shall remain nothing further to be known. So now Krishna starts to reveal the most what you say topmost of the knowledges for phenomenal, which is spiritual, and nominal, which is um, for material knowledge and also spiritual knowledge. He says, I am now revealing unto you the full of this knowledge, which is full of knowledge. Okay, so in the 7.3, Krishna says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam vetti tatvataha. Now, out of many thousands men among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and one of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one know me in truth. Okay, we all have seen marathon and have participated in marathons, right? So how many thousands of people participate in marathon, and one can only at the end, only handful of people we get, right? Some of them drop out for some reasons, and some do not continue. Okay, so and so reasons, right? Only some at the end, only some of them what you say get the certificate of marathon, right? Such things. And even in this you have seen in this also, right? In this classes, in this course, so many have registered for these classes. Only only some have come to the classes in the first chapter, and now you can see how many of them are there in this class. So we can know this thing that everybody cannot understand the Lord so easily. Everybody must have the patience. Everybody must have that kind of understanding to know Lord, and everybody don't have that kind of punya to even hear to Bhagavad Gita, right? So we can here see, and Krishna says, out of thousands of men who endeavor for perfection, who endeavor for perfection to realize Lord, only one among them, only some among them have really attained perfection. And even after attaining perfection, one can really know the truth about him, like Lord, right? Hardly one knows me in truth. Among the perfection of men, only one person know that about truth. Such a knowledge is with Krishna. So everybody cannot know Lord. Okay, like we have to know the truth also, there must be some kind of endeavor to be done. And then after so much of endeavor, one attains perfection, and even in the perfection, only one can know about the Lord. Such immense truth is there with the Lord. Okay, next is Bhumi Rapo Nalo Vayu Kammano Buddhirevacha Ahankara Iti Yamme Binna Prakritim Ashtadaha. Now, Krishna says there are separated material energies of Krishna, which are eight types of material energy, which are called inferior energies of the Lord. Okay, so first is Bhumir, means earth. Apo means water, Nalo means fire, Vayu means air, Kham means ether, Mano means mind, Buddhir means intelligence, and Ahankara means false ego. Okay, so earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. All together, these eight comprises my separated material energies, which are also inferior energies of the Lord. Okay, now earth, this thing we can understand here is earth. We can approach earth by all our five senses, like we can see, we can touch, we can smell, we can taste. Okay, we can hear. Okay, but next, water. We can approach earth by five senses. Then in water, we cannot smell water. The pure water never smells. One of the senses is now subtle. Okay, here five senses are also gross. We can hear, we can see, we can touch, we can taste, we can see. So in this water, we cannot smell the water. Okay, one sense is becoming subtle now. And then fire, we cannot taste fire. Two senses are now subtle. Air, we cannot see air. The three senses are now subtle. And then ether, we cannot hear, or we say we cannot hear in this ether, which is which is space. Okay, then here all the senses are becoming subtle, and we cannot hear. And then in the mind, it is still further subtle, because mind, nor you can touch, or nor you can do anything with the mind. It is a subtle part of the energies of the Lord. And then intelligence, more powerful than mind is intelligence. When you use the intelligence, your mind gets controlled. And then false ego. Now what is false ego? Ego means I am the servant of the Lord. Okay, that is ego. Now false ego is I am the boss of this world. That is false ego, that is ahankara. And all these are the inferior energies of the Lord, or the material energies of the Lord. And he's saying separated material energy. Now this material energy of the Lord is separated from him. It is not attached. Now, like when Krishna comes here, he is not indulged with all these energies. He is the giver of this energy, but he is separate from these energies. Okay, next, besides this inferior energy, like just now we discussed, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Besides from these, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is a superior energy of mind, which all are all the living entities who are struggling with material nature and are sustaining the universe. Okay, now Krishna tells, first is these eight inferior energies of him, which are separated from him, and which are the part of him also. Okay, now next in 7.5, Krishna says that besides these inferior energy, I have a superior energy, which is all the living entities, all of us, the all souls in this material world, who are material world in this material world, who are struggling for their existence. Okay, every day we are struggling, and Krishna knows this. But we do not agree that we are struggling. Whenever someone asks, how are you? We say, we are fine. But Krishna knows we are not fine. We are not fine. Every day we have some kind of headache in our mind. Like every moment we are hallucinated from this material world. And Krishna knows. He says, struggling with this material material modes of nature. So there are three, no? I said sattva, rajas, tamas. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. We are dealing with those three, and we are now struggling in this material world. And Krishna knows we are the supreme energy of his. He says, of mine, Lord Krishna. Okay, next. In 7.6, Krishna says, of all that is material and all that is spiritual in this world, knows for certain that I am both in its origin and dissolution. So Krishna as Mahavishnu, when he turns up into Mahavishnu, he actually gives when he leaves his breath outside, when he exhales, so much of worlds, Brahmandas come into existence. When he intakes, all the Brahmanas destroy and Pralaya occurs, and again it goes to him. So he says, I am the origin. He is the both. He is the origin of all the Brahmanas, and he is the cause for all the dissolution of those. So, O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearl are strung on the thread. Okay, so everything is caused by Lord. Okay, so there is no truth superior to him. There is nothing truth more than him. He is the ultimate truth. And he says, as a pearl are strung on the thread, like when you have seen the pearl chains, right? So pearls are actually in the chain. We cannot see the thread. We can only see the chain. We can only see the pearls attached to those, one after one. In the same way, we can see the millions of Brahmana. We cannot see the cause because he's the ultimate, and to see him, it takes many births. And he says, I'm the thread of those pearls. So we cannot see the thread, but it doesn't mean there is no thread in the pearl chain, right? In the same way, he says, as a pearl are strung on on a thread. So he is the cause of all the cause. He is the creator of all the demigods, and everything is from him. So we have three Vishnus, right? If you know, we have from Krishna, all the incarnations come, and in that Mahavishnu, and then Kshirodakashai Vishnu and Garbhodakashai Vishnu. All of these come from Krishna, and all the demigods come from Krishna. So now, Rasoham Apsu Kaunteya Prabhasi Shashi Suryayo Pranavaha Sarva Vedeshu Shabdaha Ke Purusham Nrishu. Okay, O son of Kunti, Arjuna, I am the taste of water, the light of sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantra, and the sound in ether, and ability in man. Okay, so he says, and the taste of water. So water is so much necessity for all of us, right? We cannot say I don't like water, because you like or you don't like, but you have to drink water for your existence. So he tells, I am the taste of that water. Okay, next he says, I am the light of the sun and the moon. Sun and the moon are considered to be the eyes of the Lord. So he is the light of those, that sun and the moon. When you see, when you consider it is sunrise by the sunlight, and when you see the moon, oh, today moon has been bright, so how will you know that there is moon? Through its light. So the light of the sun and the moon is Lord Krishna. And then the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. The Vedic mantras, all of the Vedic mantras starts from Om. Okay, so he is the Om in that Vedic mantra, and the sound in ether. He is the sound particles in ether, and the ability in the man. When you see a man is capable of doing something, just think that it is Krishna who is the ability of that man. Okay, when you feel like he is so capable of doing all these things, I get jealous. Don't get jealous, because you have come to know that the ability which that man has is Krishna here. Okay, so all the necessity is Krishna. He says, I am the taste of water, I am the light of the sun and the moon. The syllable of Om is in the Vedic mantras, and I am the sound in ether and the ability in man. Okay, now still further, he says in 7.82, here in 7.8, he says these things in five things in 7.8. Now further, from 7.8 to 7.11, he says so many things. So in water, he is taste. In moon and light, moon and sun, he is light. In the Vedic mantras, he is Om. In the ether, he is sound. In the man, he is ability. Earth, he is fragrance. And fire, he is heat. So, earth, when rain comes, the first rain of the rainy season, so much fragrance the earth leaves, and every day when you smell the earth, there is kind of a fragrance in it, right? So that fragrance is Krishna. So, and fire, he is heat. So what is fire without a heat, right? So he is the heat in the fire, and in all the lives, whoever is living, the life is he. Okay, the life of that living entity is Krishna, and all aesthetics is finance, and then all existence, original seed, whatever is existing, the origin of those existence is Krishna. And intelligence, for an intelligent person, he is the intelligence of the intelligent. And then all the powerful men, he is the power, the sound, the strong, devoid of passion and desire, he is the strength. Okay, and in not contrary to religious principle, he is sex life. To beget Krishna conscious child, he actually is the sex life for that, which is not contrary to the religious principles. Now next, see what Krishna says further. In 7.12 he says, all states of being be thereof goodness, passion, and ignorance are manifested by my energy. I am in the one sense everything, but I am independent. I am not under the mode of material nature. Okay, he created these three gunas, or trigunya, or goodness, passion, and ignorance, sattva, rajas, and tamas. He created from his manifested by his energy, but he is not dependent on those. He is the creator. When he descends to the earth 5,000 years ago, when he descended, he is not under the modes of material nature. Like the sun, he is the cause for clouds, right? From water it evaporates and it becomes cloud, and sun is the cause for clouds, but clouds cannot cover sun. It can only cover the earth, like where the sun, and here is the cloud. We cannot see the sun. That does not mean the cloud covered the sun. Sun is independent of the cloud. Okay, so in the same way, Krishna is not dependent on the material nature, material energy, goodness, passion, and ignorance. He is independent from those. Even though he comes to this earth, he is not touched by the material energy. So, deluded by three modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. So, we are actually pulled by these material energies, by Maya. But Krishna says he is not dependent on those, because it's his energies, and he is the controller of these energies, and the material in nature cannot control him. And when he descends here, most of the people cannot understand him because of these three modes of nature. Okay, when he descends here on the earth, the whole world does not know me. Because why? Because of his modes and inexhaustible, because of the modes of material nature that he created. So in 7.14, Krishna says, Devi Esha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratteya Mame Vaye Parapadyante Prapadyante Maya Etam Tarantite. Okay, the divine energy of mind, consisting of three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So you can see this picture, right? The devotee is actually swimming, or trying to pass this ocean. So in the swimming pool only, we are tired of swimming, and then it comes to river, we are still more further. It's very difficult. And here we are actually swimming on this material ocean, like we say, Bhavasagar. So we are actually swimming in this ocean, and it's so difficult. If you don't surrender to Krishna, we will drown in this material nature. We, in the Ashtanga Yoga, we endure, like we are trying to get the Lord. Okay, I am going to the forest, I am sitting, I am controlling my mind, but in Bhakti Yoga, you are doing nothing. You are just enduring just to surrender Krishna. You are just taking the strength to surrender to Krishna, but nothing much than that. Everything then Krishna will see how to take you away from this material world, material ocean. So this divine energy of mind, consisting of three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. This ocean consists of three modes of material nature. It's very difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me, and you at last in this material ocean, after swimming so many years, so many births, you ultimately surrender Krishna. Krishna, you take care of me. I cannot swim this. I cannot I cannot go out of this material world. Everything, everywhere I see is only the ocean. I cannot see where are you. So I'm surrendering to you. Then he comes to save you. Okay. It's better we surrender to Krishna rather than we trying to go out, because it's very difficult. We come here to enjoy this material world, and we drown in this material ocean. Okay. And you at last you understand what is enjoyment without Lord. Then you surrender to the Lord, and then Lord will take you out of this material ocean and make you cross this material ocean. Okay, so now let's see 4 types of people who do not surrender to Krishna. So he now in the 7.14 he speaks about surrender, right? Now let's see who do not surrender to Krishna. He says, namam dushkritino mudha prapadyante naradamaha mayaya prata jnana asuram bhava ashritaha. Okay, first one is mudha, who is grossly foolish. Okay, the second is lowest of the mankind, naradamas, lowest of the mankind. And the third one is whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, who is puffed up by their knowledge. I have so much knowledge, I do not need Lord. So such people. And then who partakes of the atheistic nature of the demons, who are demons. Okay, we all have these kind of not just these are 4 different people. We all have these kind of nature before we surrender. So we are grossly foolish. Now, like a donkey, he is muda, grossly foolish. Although he thinks that if I don't work so hard, when will I get food, right? Even we think like that. If I don't work hard, I don't get the food. The donkey thinks like that. In the same way, Krishna can give 1 grain to the ant. In the same way, he can give 100 kgs of grains to the elephant. It is not difficult for Krishna to give you food, give you wealth. It's not difficult for him, because he has everything in him. So grossly foolish, like donkey. He actually works so hard, just thinking that if he doesn't work hard, he doesn't get food. He doesn't have the intelligence to surrender or to do by himself anything. In the same way, some of the human beings, they think if I don't work so hard, I won't get anything. So such people. And then lowest of the mankind, Naradhamas. Here are Jagai Madai, who were delivered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Okay, they were so downfall. They had done every kind of sin, like all sins they have done, and they were delivered by Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then whose knowledge is been stolen by illusion. So after gaining so much of degrees, so much of certificates, so much of knowledge, one is puffed up and he says, I don't need anyone. Such people do not surrender to Krishna. And one who partakes the atheistic nature of demon, like Ravana, he was such a big demon. He did not want anyone else in his kingdom to do spiritual activities. Okay, such a person was Dushkritina. He is saying such persons, such people are demons. Okay, we all have these kind of qualities. Because of that, we do not surrender to Krishna. And then these are the people who do not surrender to Krishna. One is Muda, grossly foolish. Another one is demon, and another is who is lowest of the mankind, and another one is one who is whose knowledge is stolen by the illusion, who has puffed up because of his knowledge. And now he says, Krishna says in further in 7.16 that four types of people who surrender to him. Now, before he said four types of people who do not surrender to him. Now he says four types of people who surrender to him. Okay. So and now Krishna says, Chaturvida bhajante mam jnana sukritinarjuna artho jidnyasur artarthi jnani cha bharatashrava. O best of the Bharatas, Arjuna, 4 kinds of men, pious men, render devotional service unto me, the distressed and the desire of the wealth, and inquisitive, and he who is searching for the knowledge of the absolute. Okay, so 4 kinds of men. So who are those? The distressed, who is distressed because of his material existence. He is so much distressed and he finally surrenders to Krishna. And then desire of the wealth, who want wealth. And then inquisitive, who is wanting to know more about the Lord. And then he who is searching for the knowledge of the absolute. Okay, who is searching for the knowledge of the absolute. Now 4 kinds of people. Now let's see the example. So this is Gajendra Moksha. Gajendra was so distressed because he was bite or killed, wanted to killed by the crocodile. Okay, so all of this she elephants and all his children and all the people are actually leaving him because they tried so much but they could not save him, so they went back. But at last he plucked a lotus and he prayed for the Lord. And the prayers are in Srimad Bhagavatam. So beautiful prayers by Gajendra. And hearing those prayers, Lord Krishna came running to him and he plucked the lotus leaf and said, gave it to Lord Krishna, and he actually accepted that and gave him the liberation or the moksha and took back him to and he turned into a beautiful transcendental form and took back him to the abode. And then here we can see Draupadi, her distress, right? Whenever there is distress, they surrender to the Lord. And then here, Dhruv Maharaj, he wanted a bigger planet, bigger kingdom than his great grandfather, who is Brahma, right? For that, he actually called Vishnu, and actually he did not go to any other demigods. He took the shelter of Vishnu, and because of that, he got the knowledge of the absolute truth. And here you can see Sugriva, because his wife and children were captured by Vali. Because of that, he surrendered to Lord Ram. And then this is because of wealth. Here, distress, wealth. Now let's see inquisitiveness. Here are the people of, I don't remember the name, who are sitting here to gain the knowledge about the Lord. And then here you can see Parikshit Maharaj. He had only 7 days to die, and he knew it. And because of that, he was so much inquisitive about knowledge. I want the knowledge of the Lord, and he went and he surrendered to Shukdev Goswami to hear the knowledge about the Lord. And then here you can see Vyasadevas and Shukadev Goswami. in the mother's womb. He was not coming out for 14 years from his mother's womb because he thought he was such a great from birth, from when he was in the womb itself. He knew so much of knowledge. He was knowing the knowledge of the Lord, and because of that, he knew that immediately when he comes out, he will be captured by the Maya. So he did not come for 14 years. And when Vyasadeva saw the pain of the mother of his wife, he called Krishna to come and deliver the baby, like come and bring this baby outside, bring this boy outside, or else how can this lady or the mother will survive further? So then Krishna came and Shukdev Goswami surrendered, and then he told Shukdev Goswami that he will never be captured by Maya. So this was how distress, wealth, inquisitiveness, and knowledge, 4 types of people surrender to Krishna. Next, 7.17. Oh, of these, the wise one who is in full of knowledge is union with me through pure devotional service is the best, for I am dear to him and he is dear to me. Okay, of all this 4, first 3 are actually they can leave the Lord once they get something. Distress, once they are outcome of that distress, they may forget the Lord, which we normally do. And when you get the wealth, we forget the Lord who gave us the wealth. And then inquisitiveness, when you come to know, when you get the knowledge, and afterwards you may forget the Lord. But one who is in the last, who wants to know the knowledge of the absolute truth of the Supreme Lord, who is actually doing the bhakti of the Lord, he is the one of the most dearest of the Lord, and for that person the Lord is the most dearest to him. Okay, so who can understand the Lord? So how when does a person surrenders really? 7.19 he says, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarmamiti sa mahatma sadurlabha. After many births and deaths, he is actually in knowledge to surrender me, knowing me to be the cause of all the causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. After many births, in one birth, we cannot understand Krishna. After many births, we ultimately surrender to him, and then he gives us the intelligence to understand him. We do not have that intelligence to understand Lord Krishna. He gives us the intelligence. For that, we have to surrender to the Lord. And then 7.20, those whose mind is destroyed by the material desire surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulation of the worship according to their nature. So if the person is in sattva or goodness, he surrenders to the demigods. And one whose nature is in passion or rajas, he surrenders to human beings who are in the power. And then whose nature is ignorance or tamas, they surrender to these ghostly people. So he says, I am in everybody's heart as super soul. As soon as one desires the worship of this demigods, I make him faith steady so that he can devote himself to some particular deity. So Krishna as Paramatma is in everybody's heart, even in the demigod's heart, even in the human's heart, even in the ghostly featured people in their heart also, and even in the living entity's heart. So these demigods, they don't even know who is surrendering to him. It is only by the connection of the demigods, by the Paramatma. See, I want some of the demigods. I have Paramatma here. I desire to worship some demigod. And that Paramatma is connecting to another soul who is the demigod. And even the demigod doesn't know that which demigod you are wanting. That actually you are calling for that demigod. Because of the Paramatma in the heart of the demigod, even in the heart of that living entity who is trying to surrender to such particular demigod, he is actually working as the person. Such a what you say thing is the super soul or the Paramatma. Krishna actually makes our desire fulfill, but he is not happy with that. Because see, when you are surrendering to your father, when you are asking something to your father, he knows what is good for you and what is good, not good for you. But when you ask something to your uncle, he doesn't know. He may pamper you, he may give more than what you need, and may destroy your life. Like they may actually make you more pampered. Okay. In the same way, Krishna knows what you want, but demigod doesn't know. Demigod gives you, but what they give is very temporary. Here, in 7.22, endowed with such a faith and seek for favor of the particular demigod and obtain his desires, but these benefits are restored by me alone. Now Krishna says, although demigods give you something, okay, but actually I am actually giving them. I am actually even when you want something from demigods go and ask to Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna, that can I give this to him, and then when Krishna or Vishnu says yes you can, then only demigods give it to you, and he says bestowed by me alone. Krishna is not happy with you surrendering to the demigods, because they are, now he says, see, men in small intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Because demigods itself are limited and temporary, they cannot bestow anything which they do not have. Whatever they give is also temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach to the supreme planet. So we have 14 planets, right? From Brahmaloka to the hellish planets. All the planets are temporary. All the planets are manifested by Krishna as Mahavishnu. When he turns into Mahavishnu, he actually manifests so many Brahmandas. In that Brahmandas, particular Brahmandas, we have so many lokas, and all these are temporary. He says, when demigods itself are not temporary, when their planets are not temporary, you cannot get anything permanent from them. Only I can give something permanent to you. So unintelligent men who know me, not thinking that I have assumed this form and personality, due to the small knowledge, they do not know me, my higher nature, which is changeless and supreme. So Krishna is two-handed form, but most of them think if I am two-handed form, then the Lord, the Supreme, must be something more. No, he is two-handed form. And why? Your father is 200, your grandfather is 200, your great-grandfather is 200, and then why not the Supreme Lord be two-handed form? And he says, I have form and personalities, but unintelligent men, they do not think me as so. They think me something different because of their small knowledge or limited knowledge. I am never manifested to a foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by my eternal creative potency, Yoga Maya. Mahamaya is covering us, but Yoga Maya is actually, he keeps Yoga Maya in front of him so that the unintelligent people cannot see him. And so deluded worlds know me not, and who is unborn and infallible. So Krishna is unborn and infallible, but most of the people think he is born in this material world, but we must know that the Lord, his body is itself is a spiritual body. He need not take birth and he is infallible. So we cannot understand because of Yoga Maya, because we are unintelligent and foolish. Okay. Oh Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all that has to yet to come. I also know all the living entities, but me, no one knows. Okay. He knows everything from our past, present, and even the future. He knows everything, but we do not know. Like I know myself, who am I, what I'm doing, even I know what is going inside my mind right now, but I don't know, I know limited knowledge about my father, and then I know still less knowledge about my grandfather. Where was he, how was his childhood, I don't know. And then I have still less knowledge about my great grandfather. In the same way, ultimately the chain goes to Krishna. And how much do we know about him? We know nothing. We literally know only this much. We are now trying to know Krishna. We don't know anything about Krishna. And he says, but me, no one knows. Unintelligent men, they do not surrender to me, and because of my yoga, my potency, they are covered. And even though they try to understand the Lord by their own, they cannot. So, person who have acted piously in the previous life and in this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated and who are freed from the dualities of delusion, exchange themselves in my service is determination, with determination. Okay, who can now surrender? Like he says, person who have acted piously in the previous life, in this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated and who are free from the dualities of delusion. So they engage in Krishna's service. Those who know me as the Supreme Lord, as governing principle of the material manifestation, who knows me as the one underlying all the demigods and as the one sustaining all sacrifices, can with steadfast mind understand and know me even at the time of death. So he's saying, even at the time of death, they can know me as Supreme Personality of Godhead. So death is very painful. It is in the Shastras given that when death occurs, it is like thousands of scorpions are actually biting you at one shot. Okay, such pain is about death. When the soul passes out of this body, it really is a painful thing. And in that pain also, if the person has practiced and has sacrificed and has surrendered to Krishna in his whole life, he can even once you just surrender and just try to know about the Lord. Now you are all sitting in the Bhagavad Gita class. You're not trying to know the Lord. Even that may remember you at the time of death, that Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna. So this is about the 7th chapter. So we understood that glories of the knowledge about Krishna, and then knowledge about Lord's energy, superior and inferior energies, and then surrendering unto the Lord. Who surrender? 4 types of people surrender, 4 types of people do not surrender. And then demigod worship and impersonalism. He says, I'm not happy with the demigod worship because you're not surrendering unto your father and you're asking something with your uncle. Such a relationship is with the demigods and the living entities. And he says, I am the personality, I have my own personality, I'm not something impersonalism. Then because of less intelligent, people think I am impersonal, but I have my identity, Krishna says, and from delusion to devotion. After many, many births, after the delusion, they ultimately surrender to the Lord. So I have another presentation. So anyone have question? Many of them have questions. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah.
There are no questions on the chat. However, they mentioned about, your voice was lagging in between.
Yeah, because my internet connection is very weak.
There is no other question as such.
I'm sorry, my internet connection is weak here. I'm sorry, really sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, so there is another
So
presentation.
Ankit Prabhuji and Shubham Prabhuji, do you want any particular portion to be repeated?
Yes, Prabhu, anyone?
Yeah, so sorry Mataji, because I just wanted to ask Ankit Prabhuji and Mayank Prabhuji all mentioned about some lag. So is there anything which you would like to request Mataji to repeat? Okay. Shubham Prabhuji say no. Okay. Yeah, we can continue, Mataji.
So are there any questions on this?
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Nature of this world. So
Nothing
today's
at the moment, Mataji. Probably we can continue.
nature of this world. So everybody can hear me.
Yes, Mataji,
Yes,
you're
Mataji.
audible now.
Okay. How many of you feel this world is a wonderful place or a place of miseries? How many of you feel that this world is a wonderful place to live? And how many of them feel that this world is a miserable place to live? So some are saying wonderful and some are saying miserable place to live. But normally it's good, but sometimes really miserable place to live. Sometimes we feel it's a good place to live, and sometimes it's miserable place to live. Kind of a 50-50. Okay, let's analyze more objectively. Many are born in the opulence of a good and good upbringing. Some children from birth they are very good. Yes, some are saying depends on the situation. Yes, so it's normally 50-50. But here, let's see that some of the people they are born in such a good opulence and good upbringing. But then there are many people who are born much against their choice, blind, and they never see the light in their life with not enough of food, and they starve to death with severe disabilities and have to live with it with the rest of their lives. So no one no one desires a miserable condition, but much against our wish, many are put into miserable conditions. No one wants to die, right? But yet in front of us, many of the times, they are separated from us, okay? And our near ones, our dear ones are dead. Most of them left shattered and broken hearted. And about all we die leaving behind, all we have so painstakingly acquired. We want to remain young and energetic, right? But very soon we start growing old and our body becomes weak and frail. Who wants this kind of like this is the reality, but we normally reject this reality, right? We get old, but we want to live fit forever. So seeing this only we feel so much of kind of very bad feeling we will also become like this. So let's see example of Ronald Reagan. He was the president of USA from 1980 to 1988. Okay, 5th November 1994, Reagan announces, I have recently been told that I have afflicted with Alzheimer's disease. I know begin the journey that will take me into sunset of my life. So he says in one of his announcement, and now he actually died. So he's dead now, but still due to returning memory, he is not even able to remember that he was a president of the USA. So he doesn't even remember that he was a president of the USA because of his disease. And we want to remain hale and healthy. But much against our wish, we encounter various diseases. Every day there is kind of a disease, right? Some chronics, some fatals. Although we are advanced in medical science and have latest technologies at our disposal, still our plans of happiness are fraught with newer and newer diseases. So medical science, now who knew corona existed before last year, right? Who knew something, not something, new disease has come. Although we are trying to advance in the science and technology and medicine, we are encountering newer and newer diseases. So a great boxing champion, heavyweight boxing champion named Muhammad Ali, he says, I am the greatest. Okay, but today, because he is actually, this presentation is old, today suffering from Parkinson disease, and he cannot even lift a cup of coffee by himself. Okay, in spite of being rich and famous. So now let's see scriptural points of view on this karma. Apart from these, we are constantly tormented with. So there are three types of miseries. Okay, first one is Adhyatmika Klesha. Miseries due to one's own body and mind. My own body sometimes pains and gives me trouble, and my mind, it gives me trouble. So that is Adhyatmika Klesha, my own miseries, which given by miseries by my own body and mind. Second is Adi Bhautika Klesha, miseries due to other living entities. Maybe other humans, animals, mosquitoes, insects. Night we sleep, so many mosquitoes bite us. That is Adi Bhautika Klesha, because other living entities are giving miseries to us. And third is Adi Daivika Klesha, which is miseries due to natural calamities. Adi Daivika Klesha, by devatas or demigods or something, they give miseries to us, like heavy rain, flood, maybe earthquake, tsunami, and all these things are Adi Daivika Klesha. First one is Adi Atmika Klesha, by my own body and mind. Adi Bhautika Klesha, by other living entities, I get miseries. And third one is Adi Daivika Klesha, by the natural calamities, all by demigods or devatas. So we all have to encounter these four types of miseries, four types, four problems, actually four problems all the living entities have to deal with. So Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Donaru Darshanam. So he says Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. Now Janma means birth, Mrityu means death, Jara means old age, and Vyadhi means diseases. We have to deal with this when we come to this world. Every time we have to take birth. Even birth is also difficult, because see, 9 months you are hung upside down in some bag, and down is urine, up is the blood. It's very difficult even to think like that, right? And Mrityu, I said, right, thousands of scorpions bite you at once. That kind of a pain is Mrityu. Jara, old age, constantly 10, 20 years we are old, becoming old day by day. There is not one disease which is constantly coming on us, that is Vyadhi, right? We have to deal with this when we come to this world. Dukkhanu darshanam. Dukkha donanu darshanam. Okay. So next is in essence, this material world is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Okay, a place which is miserable and temporary. Okay, these are the real problems. One that is common to all, and one does not want. Anyone wants this kind of situation? No one wants, and one who cannot avoid this. This is one's own body which dries up, or it gets old. These kinds of problems, which is common to everybody. And then there is one kind of a miseries, adi daivika klesha. No one wants the situation, right? But sometimes we are facing this situation, and here no one can avoid it. Birth, old age, death, and disease. So nature of material happiness. So what does material happiness give us? So one is it's painful. Material happiness, although we feel it is a happiness, but it is just a hallucination. It's just a illusion that we are feeling happy. It's actually painful. Today we have so much of wealth with us, but one day we do not have wealth. It's painful, right? Then it's relative and it's addictive. Once you are in material happiness, you want something more on that. It's illusionary. Here you can see, right? It's illusionary. And next is stale, and then flickering. Every time there is kind of flickering in it, and ultimately it is limited. This is actually a video, but I cannot play it right now because of copyright issues. And what does Vedanta Sutra say? By Srila Vyasadeva, what does he say? Hare Krishna, you can hear me, right?
Yes, Mataji, you're clear.
Okay. I don't know, my internet connection is unstable. It is saying like that. So the topmost Vedic literature. So Vedanta Sutra is in Vedic literature, it is the topmost. What does he say? Key inquiry. Atata Brahma Jignasa. We have to inquire. One should now inquire about Brahman or the transcendence. The most important thing about the human life is to inquire. So animal life and human being, there is a kind of difference, right? Human life, we can inquire, who am I, where from did I come, and where will I go after death. But can animal inquire this? It doesn't have that much of intelligence to inquire. Now Parikshit Maharaj, he had only 7 days to die, advance notice of death. He had got some curse and he will die within 7 days. What did he do? He directly left his kingdom to his son and he went to the sages. For what? To inquire about his death. We normally, in this material world, we do not want to inquire about death. But Parikshit Maharaj, what did he do? He inquired about his death because he knew this is the problem. In the material world, no one says the problem of birth, death, disease, and old age. No one says, no one. But Vedic literature actually deals with this so that you can come out of that circle of birth and death and you can come out of Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. Here, Gandhiji, he knew that he will die today. Somehow he will die, but he got the notice before itself. But he neglected that. And then we have so much of here in this picture. You can see the goat. It says, "Good day, so much of grass. I am so lucky." It just sees the present. It does not see next very moment he will be hung here. He never sees this. But a human, if he is tied like this, he will ask, no, why am I tied here? What is, why am I tied here? Why are you not leaving me? Why are you giving so much of things? When summer flatters, we ask, no, what do you want? Today you are so happy, so flattering on me. So we have that intelligence to understand what is good for me and what is bad for me and what is happening to me. But animal doesn't have. So animal life, it can inquire about what? Eating, sleeping, mating, and fearing or defending only. It knows only this much. But human life, he can inquire about his life and death. Inquire about life and death. Who am I? Where did I come from? And where will I go after death? And why am I suffering? Human life, if he inquires, he will promote to the higher life. Okay? If he does not inquire, he will again go back to animal kingdom. He will, in the next life, he will become animal because he is fit to be like that. So to get the knowledge, everyone has to become sannyasi? No, not so. He can become, even though he is grahastha, he can know this knowledge because Vedic knowledge is given to everybody. So even the grahastha can know the knowledge of the birth, life, death, and old age. He can also know about this. So you should not become, you have to become grahastha. Like this is grahastha means he has some kind of a duty and he's offering his duties to the Lord. Whatever he does, he knows that this is what I want. This is this is my duty. But Graha Meda, he actually does not. He is for sense gratification. He gets married for sex life, and he gets children for that, so that he can get some kind of enjoyment through those children and all this kinds of wealth for his enjoyment and this time. Grahastha is bona fide if he makes relevant inquiries. Sannyasi is bogus if he does not make relevant inquiries. Even though you become sannyasi, if you do not inquire, you are not fit to be sannyasi. Even though you are grahastha, you have family, you have your work, you have your studies. Although you have all this, if you are inquiring about your death and life, you are fit to be, you are bona fide. So Grahameda, only interested in animal necessity of life, has no conception of future life, no aptitude for making relevant inquiries in life, bound by the shackles of the attachment to false things, contacted with the material existence, waste his life time in sex, cinema, gambling, and liquor, etc. Accumulates more and more money for comfort, unlimited expenses, artificial standard of life, leads to ultimately competition and the society without peace. Grahameda knows that he will die today or tomorrow, ignorant of the temporary nature of the life. His family show, again, is no more. Everything is temporary. His community show, it's my community, my people, my world. Next moment, everything is temporary. Yet he is mad of the temporary arrangements. Grahameda is actually arranging all these temporary things. Okay, makes no relevant inquiries for himself or others. So in this train, this life is like a train. No, everybody comes, but one by one they go. If we are too attached, we do not know. We do not know that they are also temporary. So Shripad Shankaracharya, what does he say? Children are engaged in playing. Young boys and girls are after sex. The old men are thoughtful how to adjust so big families. Alas, no one is prepared to inquire the relevant. You are temporary, you are dying, but no one is actually thinking about it. No media, no no education system teaches you about the problems of this life. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. No one speaks in this material world. Only Vedic knowledge speaks about this. Okay. Yes. We can stop sharing here, I guess. So, you could hear me, right? Even this time the voice was lagging.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I think this half was okay, much better.
Okay. I'm sorry because this network connection is weak here today. I don't know why. Yes, we can take questions, I guess.
Okay, Mataji, from the chat, we have one question.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So I concentrate on Krishna consciousness, but if festival come like Durga Puja, Lakshmi Puja, that day what will I do?
Okay. See, like this, no Navaratri time, most of them, because we are being less participants because of that, right? So he says, I concentrate on my Krishna consciousness, but in the festivals like Durga Puja and Lakshmi Puja, that day, what will I do?
Yeah.
So even Durga, they all are servants of the Lord, right? You just even with Durga. So who is Durga? So she is the jailer of this jail. So this world is called as Durg, and the jailer of this Durg is Durga, goddess Durga. So you ask, I even when I was presently in Krishna consciousness, I too didn't know whom to actually. How can I actually, what you say, neglect these? So I came to know that even these Durga and Lakshmi, they both are the servants of the Lord. They both serve the Lord with love in them. We have to ask them the same kind of love in return. So please help me to engage myself in Krishna consciousness. And Durga Mata will be very happy to listen to you, because after many, many years, you are now asking her that, Mother, please give me some, it's better to ask your mother than directly asking your father, because mother is more compassionate towards child, and if you ask Lakshmi or Durga, they will be more happy to give you Krishna Bhakti. So it's better, do chanting. At least 10 minutes you can take the time from the festival, right? 10 minutes. Go alone, sit in your room and chant. At least chant. They will be very pleased. Even Durga and Lakshmi will be very pleased by your endeavor to try to chant at least one round. Okay. So yes, Mataji, any other questions?
No, I don't see any other question on the chat. Probably you can check direct message if you have received any.
I'll see, Mataji. No, Mataji. No.
Okay.
So please chant the holy names of the Lord. And yeah, we can end this meeting here, I guess. No one has any questions? No raised hands also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Devotees, please feel free to ask question. Don't hesitate.
They are convinced, I guess.
Yeah.
वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai.
हरे कृष्णा एवरीबॉडी, हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna.